Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. Another video, another day, another thirsty Thursday for you guys. Can you believe how quick the week's going by? And can you believe how quick the year's going? It's 2022. I'm basically retired at this point. I just can't. The world needs to slow down is my point. Lauren Zima, okay, that's not the story. Contestant issues apology to Gabby. I was looking at the wrong one. I just made this story. I was going to promote it. Lauren Zima blames firing of Chris Harrison on the reason ratings go down. She goes, it's Chris Harrison for me. And he's like, you're Lauren Zima to me. And that's where they are. But this story, different. So go check out that one if you want. This story is contestant Jacob issues apology to Gabby. Of course, he wasn't really great with his words. But when you spend that much time at the gym looking that good, chances are you're not a literary prowess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals. Private bonus content will be available at patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'm going live. I always say this, but I'm going live right after this video. Right after this video goes live, I'm going to be talking about a few different things, but I've been doing this one thing that I've really enjoyed, and that's house hunting. You guys really like to look at houses with me. Now, this one's out of my price range. It's 1.15 million here, but how great is this right over here in Los Angeles? So I'll be going over that if you want to check it out there on the Patreon. So I'm going to share with you guys Jacob's apology. Hold on, wait for it. But first, here's what Becca and Michelle had to say regarding what they thought of his choice words on the last episode of The Bachelor.
Conversation that really irked me wasn't necessarily with Hayden. It was actually with Jacob, because he didn't even say much. And Jacob, since night one, when he was reading his fucking list, I was like, whoa, Jacob, just stop. This is not your season. But when Jacob goes, I'm more into Rachel, and if it was just you here, I'd probably send myself home, but you're smoking hot. Go and kick dirt.
Okay, before we kick dirt, and again, not to beat a dead horse here, but a dead horse could probably produce better audio than this podcast. I'm just hearing a lot of background noise. They don't have sound-treated walls. They have just blank walls there. Just hang up some artwork. Just put a little bit of an artisanal rug on the wall. That'll help with some of the echo. This is free advice from me.
Jacob, that is going to make Gabby feel better.
Who taught you that? That's my thing. Is where did you learn that?
Smoking hot. Okay, cool, thanks. That's not going to make any woman in that situation feel remotely better.
By the way, I think the best energy between Michelle and Becca is when they're making fun of the guys. I would lean into this for sure. The interview portions are tough, and again, I've read your comments, and I'm very critical with mine. I think they just need to do away with these Skype interviews. I think find two Bachelorette co-hosts. Or, I'm sorry, Bachelor Happy Hour, whatever the hell the show is. And make sure they live in the same city and do it live in person. There's just a dynamic there that you can't replicate when you're online. It's I'm not saying the pandemic's over, but we're done with Zoom. Are we done with Zoom? Can we be done with this?
Again,
no.
Just stop talking while you're ahead.
It just makes, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And it's this situation where...
Move to LA, Michelle.
Sometimes I feel like relationships and even the shows, it's romanticized, right? And it's those are things that can be a part of relationships and can be this magical thing.
Pray tell.
But this is the man that rode in on a horse.
Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride like I did before. I'm gonna put some oil on my big old nips. I'm gonna do some ab workouts. Okay, there he is. Not really known for my voice, I'll tell you that much.
Night. That's what you're
gonna take my horse to the old town road.
If we're going off of the Notebook and all these romantic novels, that's not a part of it.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Ever.
All right, I'll spit out a Nicholas Sparks quote before you. Oh, there's a new Nicholas Sparks movie on. Do we want to watch it? Put it on. I'm ready to cry. All right, so here's what Jacob said about his night one arrival.
Back. Kudos to you for coming out there looking like Tarzan 2.0 out of the limo.
Fabio, Tarzan.
Yeah, the whole
romance
9, right?
cover model.
Fabio, more like Fabi, no.
The whole 9. I'm sure you're going to get some deals with that. What was your mama thinking when she saw you come out?
Oh, my God. Man, my mom, she's a beautiful Texas woman.
Jacob, no.
She was, when I first even told her I was going on the show, she was like, oh my goodness. Okay.
That's my baby.
Yeah, that's my baby. She's just don't do anything to hurt yourself or
Why does Brian have his boom mic like up like that? Just put it to. That'd be like if I had mine like coming at you like this. Why would I do that? Just get it out of your face. Okay, I don't know. He's wearing his scrubs. By the way, I have a new chiropractor joke I'm going to air on the Dave Neal stand-up channel. I don't know if he would like it. I got a new chiropractor joke I've been working on. So go to my stand-up clips channel, and I'm going to air that today. I'll probably, you know what I'll actually do? On the Work with Dave on the Patreon, I will edit it, clip it up, and then I will share it on the Dave Neal stand-up channel.
Don't be a good fun guy. And I was just like, I will. That's me. You know me. I'm a fun guy. Like I
Kawhi
like
Leonard, fun guy.
I make fun of the fact that all chiropractors are anti-vaxxers. And then the premise of the joke is, why should chiropractors believe in medicine if medicine doesn't believe in chiropractors? But there's more to it. I recorded it Friday night.
Yo, you took that to a 10 right there.
I did. Yeah, I went. Yeah, and
I'm not calling this a snooze fest, but let's just skip.
So, Jacob, I mean, you obviously felt that your connection with Rachel was stronger than Gabby's, so you decided only to pursue her, but were you surprised?
There it is, a man being honest with his emotions. Trying to.
When ultimately you weren't offered that rose?
That's a good question, Brian. I was thinking about this a lot from last night, watching the show. I wasn't surprised with how things, because I actually didn't, once I told Gabby this, we were in SoFi Stadium and I was trying to find Rachel and I couldn't find her the rest of the night. So I didn't even get a chance to speak with Rachel. It'd been probably a good few days.
It's almost like the producers kept them from, the people they needed to talk to, and put them with the people that they needed. Like when we watched this episode, we saw 3-4 guys in a row tell Gabby that they weren't into them. And I'm like, of course, they separated the men. They knew which men weren't into Gabby, and they railroaded Gabby with that information all at once.
Days before I had a chance to even speak to her. So my last conversation with Gabby, basically, we're ending that relationship. I didn't have a lot of connection with Rachel that the other guys did. So I'm going to the rose ceremony like, damn, I may have just messed up my entire opportunity here. So I was very nervous going into it. I kind of had a preconceived notion, or just I had a moment where I'm just thinking, well, this might be the end. It happened, and it's probably mostly my fault.
So Jacob, with that being said right there, if Gabby was to be the only Bachelorette, what would have taken place with you?
That's yeah. So that's what I mean. I said it.
Tooken?
So
because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I call bluff on that.
So with regards to the best voices in all of Bachelor Nation, and I mean this on a technical level, Brian and Mike, by far, could both have careers in voiceover. They have beautiful voices. Now, Mike's not even shooting the microphone in his direction. The microphone is pointed over there, and it still picks up his good voice.
That's yeah. So that's what I mean. I said it. So
because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I call bluff on that. I think that you probably would have stayed. I don't know. I feel like you would have stayed, and really flushed out that relationship.
I like this being called out. It's true. Jacob's like, I don't know if I would have stayed, and Brian's like, come on, you would have stayed. If she was the only one, you would have stayed.
Would you have left, like you said?
Say no. Say no.
If there wasn't a connection, like why
Same
would I
situation,
stay
same scenario.
What? Same scenario. If
only
she's
one
the only
Bachelorette.
But there probably would have been a connection if she was the only Bachelorette. You would have had more of your focus on her, so you would have found some connection.
Right?
The only
I'm on the
Bachelorette.
show. Look, I'm going to try to see if there is a connection there, but if there's not, then I have no reason with staying with it. And I would have told her the same way. If you're not my forever person, why would I keep leading you on like that?
Look like Stephanie.
No, I would have definitely left. But I would have wanted taken some time to actually get to know her and see if there was
like more weeks.
There's a lot of,
if she wanted you would have stayed longer.
If she would have wanted me, and if she would have wanted to stay with me,
I want you to want me. All right, let's move it on. Well, you know what? Let's see what else. Is this a best of 2022? I don't know. This was on the verge. I don't think we quite got to the place where this was a best of 2022 video, but it was okay.
Wanted to pursue things, but then I didn't see a connection.
At that point in time, paint a picture. At that very same point in time, everything's the exact same. Only difference is Rachel's on the picture. At that exact same level of like and or dislike, at that very moment, if Gabby was the only Bachelorette, what would you have done?
I would have probably
stayed,
pulled myself from the competition. And I'm honest and truthful with that, because the fact that I'm not trying to lead anybody on here.
Oh, there you go. And he's like, look, I'd rather be single, going to the gym, than dealing with you. He just wasn't that into her, which is fine.
So you went into it for Gabby, and the time that you would have spent until that final conversation, basically, those feelings basically just deteriorated. Like the disconnect was just there, that you would have gone home.
Again, I didn't have. I
like Mike's artwork. Look at the artwork. Mike knows what's up. That's a bachelor's artwork.
Look, I took back what I said in a lot of ways. Like we were having and even to like last night when I was sitting there, I was just chilling on the couch and watching myself say this, and I'm like, damn, that's just so like rude. And then this girl right next to me, she kicks me really hard in the leg, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just like, why would you say that? I'm like, I know why did I say that? In that exact moment, I know I just said I would take myself out of the competition, but I wanted to get to know these girls more than what I did. I truly wanted to get to
boring. Okay, that's not his fault. They kind of belabored the point. Is that the term? They oh boy, oh no, what's going on here? But anyway, let's go to what he actually said on his Instagram stories. I'm sorry, on his Instagram post. So there he is. He says, end of the chapter, but not the end of the romance novel. After watching yourself, you realize so much of how you need to realign your approach. For me, this experience was extremely testing mentally and emotionally. If you watched episode 3, you know I used some choice wording when talking to a beautiful woman. I want to take this moment to apologize to Gabby for not taking into consideration her feelings. What I said was ignorant and not appropriate for the moment. I realized you don't know what someone could be going through or where their headspace is at. Listening instead of explaining would have gone a lot further. Personally, I wouldn't want anyone to say what I said to me. I have no excuses. What was said was said. I can't go back on the past. I can only learn from this moment to understand everyone deserves to be respected. We all make mistakes, but as a man, I won't take this for granted. I wish Gabby all the best in her pursuit for love. I know she'll find it. I'd like to thank 2 queens, Rachel and Gabby, plus Bachelor Nation for giving me a once-in-a-generation experience. It was without a doubt life-changing. I personally have a better understanding of how to exemplify sincerity and love whenever possible. A heart full of faith is better than a soul full of doubt. Have faith. Someone said, you done fooled around and became a stud. Hot tamale. Hey, if anyone really knows you, they know the genuine, awesome guy and unconditional friend you are. Proud of you, Jake. Yeah, America didn't agree with that last rose ceremony. Blanco and Fabio. So anyway, he's got friends in low places, and he got friends that say, hey, he's actually a pretty good guy, and hey, why not? Why not? First crack at the old national TV, didn't say everything he wanted to, and that's where he's at. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going live on Patreon, baby, right now. We'll see you over there. Bye, everybody.